Well, hi, and welcome to the next episode of my Leveraging Your Voice podcast. I'm Paul Rakowitz with PR Vocal Coaching, and I have with me a special guest again here today, Danielle, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Danielle, you are located in my area around here. I think is it Waterford, Pontiac, Clarkson, something like that. Where are
Yes.
you
Yeah.
located?
I'm in the Pontiac Waterford area.
Awesome. Awesome. Well,
Yes.
why don't you tell us a little bit about your business? What's your business name? And then who do you serve and what do you do for them?
My name is Danielle DeMeere. I am owner and photographer of Divine Images Photography. I've been in photography for about 3 years now. Right now, I specialize in family photography, portrait photography, couples, and boudoir photography. I've been this season of May, I've been focusing on moms and moms in business. So for May, I have been doing photography as a family, mommy and me sessions, and moms in business. So
Well,
that's a little bit about me.
May is Mother's Day, so that's a good time
Yeah,
to be focusing on the moms. Now, I've been
yes.
to your website and I've seen some of the family pictures that you're doing, and they're really good. You're really good with your
Thank
photography.
you. Thank you.
I enjoy looking at what you're doing. Do you have any pictures that when you took them, they came out like really special, better than you even thought they might, and sort of piqued your.
I one one picture in particular comes to mind that really made me happy, and I was glad to send it to her. It almost made me cry. I'm being serious. It's a friend of mine. She wanted to do a session for her and her husband. Her husband, just a year into that, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and she wanted to have those special moments for them together in photos and stuff like that. Just recently, a month ago, he fast forward to that, got diagnosed with uh, lung cancer, and the lung cancer is what took him. So I did a session for them. It was fun. Um, just their photos really stood out to me as one of my favorites and stuff like that. I was really happy. She was really happy with the session and everything and the photos. So that's one of them. Boudoir photography, there's so many favorites in that one too. It's really makes me happy when they love their photos and just the feeling of that. Because with boudoir photography, they always go in kind of with the nerves and everything like that, nervous with the session. So I tried to make it as fun and comfortable for them. So there's several photos that kind of stick out that made me happy about that. And then just last night, I did a family session for my aunt and my cousins. That one, I'm progressing. I can see the progressing and growing and growth with that. So just those make me happy, seeing where I came from and seeing how it's going and stuff like that. So yeah, I have
Awesome. Well,
several favorites.
I like that. And photos, they are special. They can capture a
Yes.
memory, and they can be really meaningful. I know I have some photos around my house that I don't get rid of. Probably
Yeah.
never will.
I have photos from like high school that it still make me laugh. So
Yeah, see, it's a great thing to be able to do, to capture a moment for someone and then they
yeah.
have that forever.
Yes.
What have you had to do to getting people to be in a position to get a good picture taken can sometimes be difficult. And I know
Mhm.
that because I'm not an easy person to take a photo of. And some people are great, no matter what you do. You say, hey, I want to take your picture, and they get into this perfect pose, and everything's perfect, and you take the picture, and it's great. But then, some of us, like myself, struggle a little more and self-conscious
Yeah.
about the photo. How do you help people just relax and be able to, get a good picture?
I think it starts with me with for me it starts with before I even do the session, I do a consult call. kind of similar to what we're doing. I ask them questions. What's their goal for the session? What do they want to capture? What makes them smile? What makes them happy? What kind of music they like? You know, just getting them comfortable in that session, so they forget that they're like, oh, so. And I think it comes down to like really getting what they want and what they want to capture, even what they want to de-emphasize. Hey, with women, we are always like, don't get my double chin or don't get my tummy or something like that, you know? So it's really just listening to the client, what they want, what's their goal for the photos and stuff, and really just kind of making it fun and comfortable. So that makes it easy. With family photography, I tell you, if you know, toddlers are like wrangling cats. So with the family sessions, if I have a small kid, I always tell the family, okay, give me some tips on what makes them smile. Give me some tips on what they love, whether it's a TV show that they love or something like that. So just off the top of my head, I'll be like, oh, what do you like in Bluey or something like that? Something that would make them smile or something like that, you know, or even bringing like their favorite toy or something,
I was going
you
to
know.
ask you, do you use any toys for the little ones?
Yeah. The last couple of sessions I've done, the tellers have been somewhere around the age of, I want to say maybe like 4, and then up to like 6 and 7. And so my nephew and my niece, I always do photos for, and they're around 6 and 7. So we just make it fun and bring something that they like.
That's awesome. It is something that becomes a better and better skill as you practice it more and more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, where do you work out of? Tell us a little bit about how you started. How long have you been doing this? Where did you start? What did you start? Where were you at? And then what has it grown into and where are you at now?
Okay, when I started, when my son moved out, he's now 26. He just turned 26 in April. When he moved out when he was 20, I converted his room into like a room that I would use at photography. That way it would save me some money and save me some time of having to travel out and take everything with me. So I started at my house and just had my spare room as my photography room. And then as I outgrew that stage, or the space for what I needed, my friend, she lives in Waterford also, and she has a condo in Waterford. And then she had a basement that was kind of set up like an apartment. So I was able to do like boudoir photography there and everything like that. But then I got it to a different light of how I wanted my lighting and how I wanted the photos to look. So I was like, you know, I want to find a different studio that I can just go to and leave everything there, or whether I can just go there and everything's ready for me when I get there. So I got added into this. I came across this photography group from Michigan, a bunch of photographers who rent out their spaces, and it could be all over Michigan. So the ones that I found that I use the most, one is in downtown Pontiac. So that's how I became a travel photographer. Let me say that first. So travel photography, the 3 top spaces that I love to use the most, is LMP Collective in Pontiac. And then I travel to Rochester. There's a studio out there that I like. And then for outdoors and just a beautiful setups, there's a farm that I go to. So those are my top 3 favorites, and those are like Oakland, Genesee County. So I'm open to travel like anywhere people need me. So that's how I kind of got.
What's the furthest you've traveled for pictures?
So far it's been, well, actually, my friend, my close friend, we actually flew out to Florida in April. So I went out to like the Tampa area, did some photos out there for her. And then that's probably like out of state. That's as far as I went. Up north, Lexington area, I did some photos kind of for my friend's grand opening of her business out there. Mm-hmm. And then recently, my farthest that I traveled from home is about 45 minutes from me, and that's in Swartz Creek. It's a Sharp Farm. That's the farm I go to often. So,
well, it's an interesting story of where you started just in the room in your house and then expanded and expanded. Now you have these different studios you go to, you travel. So that's an interesting story of your photography business evolving as you grow. So that's really
Yeah.
kind of neat.
Yes. I love it. I enjoy it and stuff. And it's just kind of helped me meet new people in different areas and stuff like that. So, and now like even meeting you and the group that we're in, it travels to their businesses and find out about people like that, you know, what they offer in their business and how we can collaborate our business, you know. I feel like everybody needs photography at some point. So,
Everybody needs photography at some point. That's a true statement. So being out
yeah,
there and being known is a good thing. Now,
yes.
another question I would have for you is what got you into photography at all? I mean, is this a lifelong pursuit and then you turned it into a business when you had your son moving out, or how did that all unfold?
I can't say it's always been a passion of mine because but being in a small business is always. Before I did photography, I was in home health care. For I was actually a massage therapist and I had a spa in Waterford for 10 years. So I did a couple different small businesses things around the way. How I got into it early 2020 before the world changed. My daughter actually, she was taking a high school class in photography. And when she starts something or starts to do class, she'll be like, hey, mom, can we do this together? So it was kind of something, it started in a way that something her and I could do together. And then she lost interest in me, like, that's not what I want to do. So I just enjoyed it. So I kept it going with it. And then later on, started a business with it.
Well, you got good very quickly.
Yes.
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 Oh, thanks. I was like, what?
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So okay, I got to be careful and say things that people understand. All right.
I
So,
missed your compliment, but thank you.
well, that was a compliment. So I'm glad that that
Thank you.
came through. All right. So tell us some other, what else would you like to tell us is the question I often ask guests about your business or how things are going or what's coming up as we sort of move towards the end of the podcast. What else would you like to tell us? Anything else on your mind?
Um, for for May, being Mother's Day month and things like that, I've been geared a little bit on moms and businesses, but not even just women businesses, but just like business in general. Throughout the remainder of May, I have a 15% off any session. It could be anything from mother family sessions. It could be like business or anything, headshots, updating your headshots, updating things for social media. I have that going on. Um, that's really all that's going on for May. And then in June in the summer, I'll be pivoting back into like more little families, couples, and boudoir and stuff. So got some things going on for the summer. I mean, the best way to follow would be I'm trying to build a little bit more on Instagram. So the best way to follow me and find out what I'm doing and where I'm traveling to would be Instagram, or I do also have a Facebook page as well.
All right,
So
do you have
that's
a web page too, or is it mostly
I
on?
do. Yes.
Okay, what's the
Right.
web page?
If you go to either of my pages, I have a link tree right in my bio. But my website is divineimagesphotography.com. So I'm in the process of updating some things on my website, and I'm adding more of the travel aspect into that. So people can fill out my contact form, let me know what they're interested in, what type of session they're interested in. If there's a particular location that they see me post about, they can put that in the interest comments and stuff like that, and we'll connect and work it all out.
Awesome. So you have a variety of ways for people to connect with you.
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, or your website, and any one of those,
Yes.
they'd be able to reach out to you.
Yep. If they fill out the contact form, it comes directly to me. I give them a call. We do a consult call, takes about 20 to 30 minutes just to find out what they're interested in, what type of session, and we just kind of go from there. And if they're interested and want to work with me, I send them a survey to get them to know them better, and then we go from there.
Awesome. Now, I have to admit this. I always ask that question that I just asked you. What else would you like to talk about? because I always am afraid I might have forgotten something. And I'm glad you remembered. We had talked about your May special, and I said, oh, yeah,
Yes,
I'll ask you about that. But then I didn't. But see, that's why I asked that last question, because
yes.
you remembered. So you
Thank you.
saved me from my own fault there, and I appreciate that.
You let me plug it in there.
That's how it worked out. So that's good. All right. Well, listen, you've been a great guest. I appreciate you joining me today.
Thank
And
you. Thank you for having me.
it sounds to me like your business is continuing to evolve. Sounds like you're doing a great job. Anybody that goes to your site will see you are a great photographer. So I would suggest anybody
Thank you.
visit and take a look at your work, and then reach out and contact you and get on one of those consult calls and see how you can help them.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
See,
So
all you gotta do is set up your session too with me.
there you go. We
There you
can
go.
all sign up. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thank you, Danielle, for joining us. And
Thank you.
everyone watching, thank you for joining us today and watching our episode. I am again Paul Rakowitz with PR Vocal Coaching. And if you have any interest in some of the things that I'm doing, helping professionals speak with confidence, you can go to my website, prvocalcoaching.com, and check out the different things I'm doing there. Danielle, thank you again for visiting here with us. Say
Thank you.
goodbye to everybody watching.
Bye, everybody.
Awesome. And we will see you again next time. Thank you, folks, for joining. Bye for now.
Bye.